What if the biggest threat to the American economy isn't inflation, but misinformation? In Detroit this week, President Trump gave a speech claiming that inflation has stopped, prices are down, at the Detroit Economic Club, where he made several claims about inflation and the U.S. economy. However, many of those claims do not align with official data. Trump stated that inflation is stopped.
Inflation is stopped, wages are up, prices are down, our economy is booming like I think you'll see soon, like never before.
In reality, inflation is still ongoing. According to the latest Consumer Price Index report released the same day as his speech, consumer prices in December were 2.7% higher than a year earlier and 0.3% higher than the previous month. Inflation has slowed compared to earlier years, but it has not ended. He also claimed that prices are down. The data shows otherwise. Since Trump returned to office in January 2025, overall consumer prices have increased by more than 2% on a seasonally adjusted basis. While a small number of items became cheaper, most goods and services became more expensive. On grocery prices, Trump said they were starting to go rapidly down.
Meanwhile, grocery prices are starting to go rapidly down. Rent is down, airfares are down, hotel rates are down, cell phone prices are down. And we're just getting started. But more importantly than going down, our growth is through the roof.
In fact, grocery prices rose sharply in December, increasing 0.7% in just 1 month, the fastest monthly increase in over 3 years. Compared to the previous year, grocery prices were 2.4% higher. There is no evidence that grocery prices are falling quickly. Trump also claims that prescription drug prices would fall by hundreds or even thousands of percent.
You have most favored drug prices. Your drug prices are going to go down like from $100 to $10. Nobody can believe it.
This claim is mathematically impossible. A 100% reduction would mean prices drop to zero. Any reduction beyond that would imply people are being paid to take medicine, which is not happening. Regarding inflation under President Biden, Trump repeated the claim that it was the worst in U.S. history. While inflation did reach a 40-year high in 2022, it was not the highest ever recorded. The highest inflation rate occurred in 1920. By the time Trump returned to office in 2025, inflation had already declined significantly. Trump also stated that gas prices were under $2 in many states.
Gasoline is now under $2.50 a gallon in 17 states and under $2 in many places. We have some states it's $1.95, $1.99, $1.97. As we speak, these are gas stations, and think of that. We have gas stations in the Detroit area where you can fill up for less than $2.30 a gallon, whereas 2 years ago it was $4.50, and in many places it was way over $5. Think of that, $2.30. You see it. That's like a massive tax cut, which we gave you under the great big beautiful bill, by the way. No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime.
In reality, no U.S. state had an average gas price below $2 at the time. Only a very small number of individual gas stations were selling gas below that level. Finally, Trump claims that China pays U.S. tariffs. In fact, tariffs are paid by American importers, who often pass the extra costs on to U.S. consumers. While Trump presented his speech with confidence, many of his claims about inflation, prices, and the economy do not hold up when compared with verified economic data. Debate is normal in politics, but facts remain essential.